Another night of strikes has dealt yet another blow to Russia's already battered oil sector. Ukrainian drones ignited massive fires at the Afipsky and Kuybyshevskiy refineries, knocking out two more key facilities. With each attack, Russia's refining capacity is shrinking, leaving Moscow struggling to keep its energy lifeline intact. What was once a pillar of Russian strength is now turning into a growing weakness, as Ukraine methodically dismantles the infrastructure that fuels both the economy and the war machine. Soldiers of Ukraine's 14th Unmanned Systems Regiment, in coordination with the main intelligence directorate of the Ukrainian Ministry of Defense, struck the Afipsky oil refinery in Russia's Krasnodar region. Ukrainian drone forces commander Robert Brovdy, Magyar, reported on Telegram. The attack caused a fire at the refinery. Brovdy noted that the facility processes 6.25 million tons of oil per year, around 2.2% of Russia's total refining capacity, and that the strike was carried out as part of the Zhalop-Takhiv bird sting operation by the 14th Regiment. Eyewitnesses in Afipsky said they were awakened around 3 a.m. by loud explosions. Local sources reported hearing 6 to 8 powerful blasts, and videos of the blaze were shared online by Astra Telegram channel. According to the Telegram channel CHP Krasnodara i Kraya, one refinery unit caught fire after debris from the strike fell on it. Firefighters deployed 21 personnel and 8 vehicles to contain a 20-square-meter fire. The night strike reportedly also temporarily closed flights at Sochi Airport. The Afipsky refinery has an annual refining volume of 6.25 million tons, which represents more than 2% of the total refining volume of the Russian Federation. The company plays an important role in providing the Russian economy and army with diesel fuel. Previously, it was reported that Ukraine's latest wave of drone and missile strikes has dealt one of the most severe blows yet to Russia's oil sector, hitting at least 10 refineries and fuel terminals in multiple regions. According to Ukrainian military sources, the attacks disabled 17 refining units, removing roughly 14% of Russia's total refining capacity from operation. Employees of Russia's space agency are reported to have gone without pay for over 3 months, causing severe hardship to many. It likely reflects the increasing financial difficulties of the Russian government, exacerbated by the demands of the war in Ukraine. JSC Sibpромproект, formerly the Siberian Institute for Design of Mechanical Engineering Enterprises, is a design institute of Roscosmos, the Russian state corporation for space activities. The Zheleznogorsk-based company provides engineering and technical design services. According to the VCHK OGPU Telegram channel, Sibpромproekt employees have not been paid since 15 May. This includes vacation and severance pay, as well as regular wages. The lack of pay has caused hardship to its employees who need money for mortgages, loan, and subsistence. The company nearly went bankrupt under its previous general director, Alexander Sergeyevich Polyakov, who resigned in May 2025. It is 100% owned by JSC Tesnymash, a state-owned rocket and spacecraft scientific center which operates under the umbrella of Roscosmos. Sibpромproekt still does not have a general director, and according to VCHK OGPU, Tesnymash absolutely does not respond to complaints and requests from employees to pay wages. Employees have also petitioned Roscosmos's head, Dmitry Bakanov, without success. The company's problems come against the background of increasing difficulties in the Russian economy, largely caused by the war in Ukraine. A general slowdown in the economy is likely to have reduced demand for Sibpромproekt's services. Additionally, the fact that Tesnymash and Roscosmos have done nothing about the pay arrears of Sibpромproekt staff suggests that the space agency itself is running out of money and is not in a position to pay them. Roscosmos has faced severe difficulties due to customers canceling their contracts after the 2022 invasion of Ukraine. It reported a loss of 180 billion rubles, $2.1 billion, last year due to canceled contracts and has launched fewer rockets than in any year since 1961. Ukraine's strike on Russia's Baltimore airfield disabled a Russian S-300 air defense division and likely damaged 2 Su-24 bombers, according to satellite analysis. The findings were reported by geointelligence researchers from Cyberbaroshno, who examined fresh imagery of the site. The overnight attack on August 16-17 targeted the military airfield in Russia's Voronezh region, home to the 47th Guards Bomber Aviation Regiment and the 108th Anti-Aircraft Missile Regiment. Analysts identified damage to the positions of the 76N6 radar station and the 30N6 radar. The destruction of these systems would render the entire Air Defense Division inoperable. Researchers also noted the disappearance of 2 Su-24 aircraft that had been present for at least a month. Burn marks consistent with fire damage were visible at their positions. Su-24M bombers are largely retired from the Russian aerospace forces, replaced in recent years by Su-34 jets. Only Russian naval aviation continues to operate them in combat, raising the possibility that the destroyed planes were either decommissioned or specialized Su-24MR reconnaissance aircraft, which are used for radar and signals intelligence, according to Ukrainian Air Force spokesman Yuri Ihnat. Researchers also pointed to a 2019 Russian TV report that showed the same anti-aircraft system being upgraded to the S-300P M2 version, allowing them to compare the damaged positions to earlier footage. The 76N6 radar was responsible for detecting targets at medium and high altitudes, while the 30N6 radar provided tracking and target illumination. Earlier this month, Ukraine's security service used drones to hit the Saki airfield in Crimea, damaging or destroying 5 Russian aircraft, including a Su-30SM fighter jet and 3 Su-24 bombers. The Rheinmetall arms manufacturer opened a new factory at its existing site in Unterlüss, in northern Germany, boasting that once it reaches capacity, it could become Europe's biggest munitions production facility. CEO Armin Paperger said that the production of 155mm caliber artillery shells would be progressively ramped up to reach 350,000 units per year by 2027. These artillery shells are in particular demand and short supply in Ukraine, and Europe and NATO members have been scrambling to replenish their stockpiles and increase production capacity. So, I think next year we would be able to give a minimum of 100,000 155mm shells to Ukraine, and then the next year maybe 200,000 to Ukraine. The rest is for other partners, Paperger said. Rheinmetall plans to increase unit production at several facilities, as well as the new one in Unterlüss, near Hanover. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte, German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius, and Finance Minister Lars Klingbeil toured the facility with Paperger and other officials. Pistorius acknowledged that no factory could meet Ukraine's requirements single-handed, but lauded the speed of construction of the new facility and the increased capacity per employee thanks to automation. He said this change of approach would help supply Ukraine and replenish the stocks of NATO partners. The crucial thing is that we were able to open such a plant in a very short time, Pistorius told DW. In the past, something like this would have taken 2 to 4 years, but here it was achieved in 14 months. That's what matters. Sending the signal that we can do it faster, we want to do it faster, and production is ramping up. According to Rheinmetall, the company invested roughly $500 million, roughly $580 million in this new facility, and another that will focus on rocket motors. The company's site in Unterlüss already includes other smaller areas for artillery production and for the production of Puma tanks, as well as a large firing range. With this, we're opening a new chapter both in our company's history and that of our site at Unterlüss with regard to artillery production, Paperger said. Last July, Paperger was even alleged to be the target of a foiled Russian assassination plot, in a sign of the company's importance to Kyiv's military.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.